Aaron Hernandez was a standout tight end for the New England Patriots during their dynasty alongside Tom Brady. He had the potential to be an all-time great, but tragically his career was cut short when he was arrested and charged with first-degree murder in 2013. In today's video, we will be covering the tragic downfall of Aaron Hernandez, focusing on his early life, career in the NFL, his murder trial, conviction, and death. Aaron Hernandez was born on November 6, 1989 in Bristol, Connecticut, and was raised in a household with his mother, Terry, and older brother, DJ Hernandez. His father, Dennis Hernandez, passed away from complications of hernia surgery when Aaron was just 16 years old. This loss had a profound impact on Aaron, and he struggled with feelings of abandonment and anger throughout his early life. Growing up, Hernandez was a standout athlete and had a passion for football. He attended Bristol Central High School, where he played both offense and defense. He was a three-sport athlete, also participating in basketball and track and field. His high school football coach, Dennis Fowler, described him as a coach's dream because of his work ethic and dedication to the game. He broke several records in high school and was highly recruited by top colleges. After graduating from high school, Hernandez received scholarship offers from several Division I football programs. He ultimately decided to attend the University of Florida, where he played for head coach Urban Meyer's Gators. During his time at Florida, Hernandez established himself as one of the top tight ends in the country. He was a key contributor to the team's success, helping the Gators win the BCS National Championship in 2009. Hernandez was known for his exceptional skills and his ability to make big plays. He was a dominant force on the field, and his performances earned him many accolades and awards. Hernandez's on-field success at Florida led to him being drafted by the New England Patriots in the 4th round of the 2010 NFL Draft. He quickly established himself as a valuable asset to the team, known for his strong blocking skills and playmaking ability. In his second season, Hernandez caught 79 passes for 910 yards and 7 touchdowns, earning a spot in the Pro Bowl. He then went on to sign a 5-year contract extension with the Patriots worth $40 million. Despite his success on the field, Hernandez's personal life and behavior were becoming increasingly erratic. He had several run-ins with the law, including a fight at a nightclub and an incident where he allegedly shot a friend in the face. Ooh-wee. Despite these red flags, the Patriots chose to stand by Hernandez, seeing him as a talented player who could help lead the team to a Super Bowl victory. His personal life also began to unravel during this time. He had a volatile relationship with his fiancée, Shayana Jenkins, and was known for using drugs and drinking heavily. He also became increasingly paranoid and isolated, alienating himself from many of his friends and teammates. Hernandez's early life and career were filled with promise and potential, but unfortunately, his behavior and personal issues would ultimately lead to his downfall. Despite the warning signs, Hernandez's talent on the field kept him in good standing with the Patriots organization, but his future would soon be cut short due to a shocking murder charge. On June 26, 2013, Odin Lloyd, a semi-professional football player, was found dead in an industrial park near Aaron Hernandez's home in Massachusetts. Lloyd had been shot multiple times, and his death was ruled a homicide. The investigation into Lloyd's murder led police to Hernandez, who was arrested and charged with first-degree murder on the same day. Ooh-wee, you know that evidence was strong. The evidence presented against Hernandez during trial was significant. Prosecutors argued that Hernandez had motive to kill Lloyd, as he had been upset with him for talking to people Hernandez was beefing with. Surveillance footage placed Hernandez and Lloyd together on the night of the murder, and shell casings found at the crime scene were matched to a gun found in Hernandez's home. Dang, they literally found the smoking gun. Furthermore, text messages exchanged between Hernandez and Lloyd in the hours leading up to Lloyd's murder suggested that Lloyd was in fear for his life and that Hernandez had threatened him. The trial lasted for 6 weeks, and the prosecution also presented witnesses who testified to Hernandez's erratic behavior and history of violence. Hernandez's defense team argued that the prosecution had not presented enough evidence to link him to the murder and that the case against him was based on circumstantial evidence. Well, damn, that sounded like some pretty convincing circumstances, homie. They also argued that the gun found in Hernandez's home could have been planted by the real killer. So I guess the real killer just walked straight up in the crib undeterred and put the gun on the shelf, huh? They presented several alibi witnesses, including his fiancée, who testified that he was actually at home at the time of the murder. Despite the defense's arguments, the jury found Hernandez guilty of first-degree murder, and he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The verdict was met with mixed reactions from the public, with some feeling that justice had been served and others feeling that the prosecution had not presented enough evidence to prove Hernandez's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. That just goes to show that the measurement for reasonable doubt varies widely depending on who you are and what evidence you think is credible or not. The trial also had a significant impact on the Patriots organization and the NFL as a whole. The team was criticized for not taking action earlier on Hernandez's off-field behavior and for allowing him to continue playing even as red flags were raised. The NFL also faced criticism for its handling of Hernandez's case, with many calling for stricter policies to be put in place to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. After the trial, Hernandez's legal team filed an appeal. However, it was denied and the conviction was upheld. The arrest and trial of Aaron Hernandez was a high-profile case that had a lasting impact on many people. It serves as a reminder of the destructive power of violence and the need for accountability and rehabilitation for those who commit such heinous crimes. It also shows the importance of thorough investigation and evidence collection in order to bring justice to the victims and their families. The aftermath of Aaron Hernandez's arrest, trial, and conviction had a significant impact on multiple parties involved. The most obvious impact was on the New England Patriots organization and the NFL. The team had invested a lot in Hernandez, both in terms of money and talent, and his sudden departure was a huge loss. The Patriots were also forced to deal with the negative publicity surrounding the case, which cast a shadow over the team's reputation. Yeah, and they sure didn't want this smoke, especially after already dealing with reputation problems like Spygate. The league's image took a hit as a result of the scandal as well, and it raised questions about the NFL's responsibility to intervene in players' off-field behavior. The murder conviction also had a significant impact on Hernandez's family and friends. His mother, Terry Hernandez, has publicly spoken about the pain and heartbreak of losing her son, both through the murder conviction and his suicide in prison. His fiancée has also spoken about the trauma and grief of losing the father of their child and the man she loved. The Lloyd family also suffered a great loss, and they have spoken about the ongoing pain and struggle of losing Odin. Aaron Hernandez ended up committing suicide in prison on April 19, 2017, which added another layer of complexity to this case. It raised questions about the state of his mental health at the time of his death and whether he had received adequate care and support while in prison. It also raised questions about the responsibility of the prison system to prevent suicide among inmates. The case also had a significant impact on the legal system. After Hernandez's death, his lawyers filed a motion to vacate his conviction on the grounds that he had not exhausted all of his appeals at the time of his death. In Massachusetts, there's a legal principle that if a defendant dies before their appeal process is complete, then the case should result in the conviction being vacated. This was the cause of much controversy and debate. Many believe that this legal principle is outdated and should be changed to reflect the seriousness of the crime and the impact it has on the victim's family. The case also brought attention to the issue of CTE, a degenerative brain disease that has been linked to repetitive head trauma and concussions, which many NFL players have to deal with. After Hernandez's death, his brain was donated to researchers at Boston University, who found that he had severe CTE, which they believed may have contributed to his behavior and decision-making. Now that breakthrough was a game changer right there. You know, the NFL, they need to make some meaningful changes to get this CTE thing under control. The report raised even more questions about the responsibility of the NFL to protect its players from the long-term effects of head trauma. The tragic downfall of Aaron Hernandez had far-reaching consequences that impacted not only the individuals directly involved, but also numerous organizations, the legal system, and society as a whole. It serves as a reminder of the destructive power of violence, protecting NFL players from the potential long-term consequences of head trauma, and the importance of the legal system to review and change outdated principles. Alright, so there you have it. The story behind Aaron Hernandez's tragic downfall, arrest, murder trial, and its aftermath. His story is a tragic one, and it serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked personal issues and mental health. Hey, remember to like this video, comment, and subscribe for future videos. We'll see you in the next one.